Okay. Welcome to the Uncultured podcast. Welcome to the Uncultured Roots podcast. It's your boy 17.
It's your man HM Hersham Bawa. What up? What up?
And it's your man G Fly. What up, though, my babies?
Welcome to episode 64.
Rolling in my 6-4.
And let the world say, slow down, sweet cherry, stop and let me ride.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Just gonna wait for y'all to get done. We figured this out last week when y'all did 63. You know, so I knew when 64 came, I'm like, yep.
Right, yeah.
I already knew.
A little premature last week.
Yeah, it was premature as fuck.
It was more fitting. So,
Well, we have a pretty mediocre show for y'all today. You know, I'm not even gonna bullshit the audience anymore. You know, when we work hard.
Well, how about we let them judge that?
You know, I'm not even gonna bullshit. I'm not even gonna bullshit you anymore. You know what I'm saying?
man, come on, man.
We have a great show for you guys.
Yeah,
Don't do
sorry.
that. Don't do that.
You know, I'm gonna lower your expectations now.
If you feel like that, what makes them want to listen?
They already don't listen. Shit, that's the
We don't
only
want to
reason.
lose. We don't want to lose the ones that do listen.
We want to gain ground, man. We don't want to lose ground.
Do we want to lose the people who do listen?
Nah, I mean, it's hard to lose. It's hard to lose the people that already listen because we're entertaining to them. You know,
But if you up there talking, well, this is a mediocre show
well, it's
today.
pretty mediocre today.
They're gonna be like, what the fuck? I ain't listening to this
Right.
shit.
Like, all right, next clip.
It is, and when it comes to statistics, when I follow this, the numbers on the channel,
Yeah.
there is, they do measure when people
When they leave.
listen and then they drop off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's best that we do not tell them that this is mediocre
In the beginning of the show.
at all.
Right.
Obviously, I'm bullshitting. Okay, you know, I'm trying to bring a different style to the show a little bit. You know, I guess dry, raw, hard comedy doesn't really fly well with you guys. Pure honesty. Honesty doesn't do well here, right?
Honestly, does well.
Oh, how was y'all week, man? Remember, honesty doesn't do well here.
My week was great. Sunshine and rainbows all week.
In cold ass Michigan with no
Right.
barely any sky.
It looked like the elephant graveyard.
Oh my God.
Children of the gloom.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It was good. That's because
yeah.
I was on vacation.
Yeah.
Vacation.
He ain't suffer.
Yeah, he came in feeling good, glowing, and you know.
Yeah, I guess that's what sativa would do for you.
Yeah.
This is for the week.
Yeah, my week wasn't nothing special. Outside of being alive, Can't complain when you're dead. Anyhow.
Kind of morbid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
But it's cold as hell out there today.
Yeah. And it's going to be that way for the next few months.
Yep.
The wind,
Officially here. We in it.
the wind was blowing so much last night. My shit kept going off and on. My electricity
Oh,
damn.
damn. Yeah, that ain't
cut
good.
on for 10 minutes, go back off 5 minutes,
God damn.
come back on.
Nope. Time to put on the snowsuit and go to bed just in case. You know?
Yeah, you could be in a good mood and walk outside just like, fuck. Just,
That's the only thing that that's the only thing that does it, dog. That's what
the mood just changed immediately.
that's why I don't like the winter, dog. That's why I don't like it. And I know this is Michigan. But this is
Why you gotta put it out there like that, man?
That's what it be.
That's the truth.
That wind hit your face.
It's the truth. It's so disrespectful. This weather's so disrespectful.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I was getting out the car. I was getting out the car
It
to
really
go back
does
into the
smack you in the
job.
face.
No, that's what I'm about to say. I was getting out the car, getting ready to go back in the job from break one of them damn mornings, and the fucking wind was blowing so hard it blew me back in the car.
Damn.
Sit down. nigga.
Get your ass back
I
in
literally
there.
got out and was like, I'm like, whoa. Oh man,
That's what I'm saying. I don't like
That shit
winter
was
here,
terrible.
man. This shit do whatever it want to you.
Yep. You gonna feel this.
In winter, in Michigan, it's bitch.
all day.
It
Ain't
will-
shit you gonna do about it.
It starts snowing, it fucks you over.
You gotta drive in.
You gotta drive in it. You gotta play in it when you come to jump in the car. You got to preheat the car up.
I've been doing that all week.
Gotta scrape windows.
Man.
That's why I was making that joke. It
none of
was
this
like
shit.
early in November, it was still 70 degrees. It's like Michigan forgot. Oh fuck! Oh, I forgot to switch over. You know,
Right.
shit. It's supposed to be cold right now.
That's exactly why I wasn't complaining. I was like, hell yeah. That's what I like.
I knew they was limited.
Yeah, it was coming, and she came back with a vengeance. This cold as fuck.
Hell yeah. I don't like it.
Overnight.
It really did. It really did happen like overnight.
Like 70 degrees and it was like cold as fuck.
It's like, I hope you had fun, nigga.
It's over now.
It's over.
Oh man! All right.
Over now. It's over.
Enough with the miserable banter of our miserable existence here in Michigan. Unfortunately, start the show off with some sad news, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure people have already heard the story of, I want to say her name correctly, Shanquella Robinson.
I think that's right.
I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name. But I mean, anybody who's worth their salt on social media, they've seen this story. This young woman, she was, attacked. They were out. Where were they? Out the country,
It was in
it was
Mexico.
in Cabo.
Cabo.
Yeah.
And the video was up. This poor lady, she didn't have on clothes and was being physically attacked, and with her so-called friends.
Recording it.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm sorry. It just the second I saw that video, I instantly thought of my daughter.
Yeah.
When my daughter gets older and comes of age, and I try to tell my kids now, like, everybody ain't your friend.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't trust everybody you see, everybody you around, just because you around them. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all been tried, true, and tested.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just, I don't know. I just feel sorry for her.
Yeah, and initially, like, when the story said, initially, her best friend called her mother and said, "Oh, she's not feeling good right now. She's just laying down right now." You know what I'm saying? And then later on, they called her mother again, saying she died from alcohol poisoning.
Right.
So, and the autopsy showed she had no alcohol in her system, and she had a broken neck and a cracked spinal cord.
See, that's how stupid they were.
Yeah.
Like,
What they going to do an autopsy?
Well, they didn't know. Obviously, they wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
But anytime somebody has some type of death like that, especially if she, you know what I mean, she was already dead in the room.
Yeah.
When they got her.
Yeah.
So they gonna do an autopsy report.
Yeah.
And then like she died in the hospital and they knew complications.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't. She was already found dead, so they have to figure out what happened to her.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we have a clip on it to explain the story for those who haven't heard it. So I think that's the first one. It's just the one. Yeah, just the one.
Some breaking news just into our newsroom within the past hour. We're learning that the Charlotte FBI field office has officially opened an investigation into the death of a woman on vacation in Cabo, Mexico back in October. Now, Queen City News first brought you the story about Shanquella Robinson's mysterious death last week. As anchor Morgan Francis reports, police investigating the case are sharing what they've discovered so far.
Thursday, Mexican authorities told Queen City News Shanquella Robinson's friends lied to them about what happened to her prior to her untimely death on October 29th. An officer investigating the case says they interviewed two friends at the villa in Cabo who said Shanquella Robinson had alcohol poisoning. The same story her family says they told them.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poisoning. They couldn't get a pulse.
It wasn't until her autopsy came back that Mexican police discovered she had a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae. They also didn't see this video showing Robinson get violently assaulted until Wednesday. For that reason, their investigation is still open, and they're looking into her death.
There's a huge financial incentive to keep Cabo open and to keep people feeling safe. So to the extent they can find, prosecute, incarcerate the people that did this, in my opinion, they're going to try to do it.
Kurt Kearns is an international attorney with experience litigating international crimes and investigations. Some of what he has to say might not be the most promising news.
It's a sovereign state. So that's the first misunderstanding a lot of people have, is that, hey, man, if I'm an American and I'm in trouble somewhere, boy, they'll come to my rescue. And the reality is, not unless there's a really big interest internationally in coming to your rescue, because they will not upset international relations with a sovereign nation just to help out.
The police officer investigating the case tells Queen City News if they find evidence that leads to an arrest, they have authority to bring the group back to Mexico and, quote, they will have to answer to Mexican law. While the FBI and U.S. State Department say it's not their jurisdiction, it doesn't mean they can't investigate either.
Upon invitation, FBI can come in and assist. Upon, invitation, the State Department can get more and more involved, but it's only upon invitation, i.e., do they want us there?
That was Morgan Francis reporting. Police again are urging anyone with information to contact the local FBI office, and they will relay that information on to Mexican authorities.
Wow.
Yeah, so
So that's how you get away with murder, huh?
I mean,
Go to Cabo.
I don't know about getting away with it.
Yeah.
I think they might get worse. They might get a worse
Sentence in Mexico.
yeah, Mexican prison. Shit ain't no American shit.
So it sounds like the American justice system can't really do nothing to him, or like investigate. Or,
it didn't happen over
yeah,
here.
it didn't happen over here.
That's fuzzy.
Yeah. So how are they gonna be extradited back to Mexico?
I think they will.
Yeah.
I think that's what he was saying.
I mean, shit, I'm going to just call a spade a spade. Of course they will. I mean, they black.
Yeah.
Shit. They going to put them in no fight. Hey, take them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come for me. That shit real.
But see, I don't even care if they black. They fucked up.
No, I'm saying from the form of the government saying when he asks, are they going to extradite him? The government, they give, oh shit, they black, they committed a crime, yeah, punish their ass. Don't give a fuck. Shit, they don't want them over here anyway. Shit, And what the guy said, he investigated was basically saying they like shit. They're a sovereign nation,
Right.
so we're not gonna go fuck up the global order just for you. I mean, shit. Look at Brittany Griner over there, still stuck in Russia.
Man, that's
I saw something about her saying that
They moved her.
they moved her and they don't know where she is.
yeah.
They said she 300 miles away from Moscow.
So they done found her recently.
No, they know where she is.
Yeah, I think they
didn't know.
initially
They didn't know where she was at first. They know
Yeah,
where
they
she
found
is
her
now.
now.
She's in the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because
She's basically in a slave labor camp.
That's crazy.
Last time I heard, they was like, we don't know where she at. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, they know where she is now because her lawyer came out and told them where
they
she
found
is.
her now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But basically, she's so far into the country where it's literally around nowhere. There's nothing out there.
Yeah.
So it's like they can do anything they want to it now. They can do anything and do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's so fucked up.
And you don't want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's sticking back to what we was talking about. The government ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna go to war for a person.
No, they're not.
Go to war for what? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, why you go over there doing stupid shit? You know what I mean? Like, I think I hope that they get their ducks in order and get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going.
I hate to say, lock up some more black people. Man, they fucked up.
That's where I'm at. Like, I hate to see any of my people get locked up, but hang all these bitches. Hang them all.
Yeah.
Everybody that was involved in this shit.
Somebody in the group
hang
gonna
them
be
all.
like, you know what? Somebody gonna crack.
Hang them all. Hang the motherfucker who recorded the video of her naked, disrespecting her. Hang the bitch who fought her. Get rid of them all. And I hate saying that about that, but you killed one of your own. You killed one of your own.
Supposed to be your friend.
Supposed to be your people.
Not even just one of your own. It's supposed to be your friend.
They ain't friends.
Right.
They're not friends.
I don't want no fucking friends.
You feel me? If that's what it's about, I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm
See,
straight.
and that's why I asked the question on social media. Well, it wasn't really just based off this. It's just something I just took notice of when it comes to females. I'm like, why do y'all go on trips with people y'all don't like? You know what I mean? And you can look at it from the perspective of the victim in the situation or the ones who did the victimizing. Like, why y'all gotta go? Why, if you ain't like her, why you go on a trip with her and decide to do this?
Right, exactly. Oh, I don't understand. There's no logic in it. I mean,
because if you ask me to go on a trip, I'm like, who all going?
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
I mean, I like that when it comes to a
For
party.
anything,
Who all
right?
there?
Who all gonna be there?
if any women watching, guys don't do that. Nah. If it's somebody going that we don't like, we're not going.
And look,
It's
I
that
ain't
simple.
trying to bash y'all and be like, we don't
I am.
have any fucked up friends.
I'm bashing the shit out of y'all.
Because, yes, we do. Well, first of all, yeah, we got fucked up friends, but not ones that don't like us like that. Because we don't fuck with people that don't fuck with us. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a good amount of women that do the same. But I seem to see a trend with women where they go out of town with people they do not like.
So let me ask this question, because the curveball in this story is it was two guys there too.
Was it? I didn't know that.
I think it was two guys.
Yeah,
in the
one of them
group,
was
too.
like a trans dude.
Oh, okay.
That was her best friend.
Oh, wow.
They say.
That's the one that was
her.
beating her up in the video.
I don't know if it was so hard to beat up. I don't know if it's the one beating her in the video or the one holding the camera.
Oh, okay.
But one of her best friends.
So-
but what I've heard, one of her best friends was like a trans person, I guess, or he was basically like a. Well, what I've heard, he's a guy, but I've
Yeah.
heard he's trans. But
So probably two gay guys with him.
from what I've heard, that they said the father said that he was coming around when they first got back home.
Mm-hmm.
After they done told them that it was
Alcohol
poisoning until they got the autopsy back and they ain't seen it.
Then they show, yeah.
Well, speaking of the father, you can play the second clip while we. It's a good segue to it. This is a little bit. The father, Shanquella Robinson's father, did a kind of an interview with TMZ, and this is just a little brief clip of some of the things he was saying.
It was they attacked her, ma'am. It wasn't no physical. They attacked her, ma'am. I mean, it seemed like from my daughter was asleep, ma'am. For all of them to be in that room, and then they come in there like I don't know, she woke up or whatever. The way it seemed like they attacked her, ma'am, and she naked, ma'am. For a father to see that video, ma'am, because my daughter's not a fighter, ma'am. She's not a fighter, not at all. For them to do what they did, ma'am, it just seemed like it was a plot because they couldn't have did that over here, ma'am. They couldn't have did that over here, where her friends, all her friends are. You know, it wouldn't have went down like that, man. They don't realize, you know, what they done done, man. They just robbed, they just put a hole in my heart, man. That was my only child. I'm just heartbroken, man. You know, I can't even be a granddaddy. Can't even walk down the aisle, man. Can't even hear a voice. Can't even hear say daddy. Mom, you know, can't even hear say daddy. Can't even hear say grandma. You know, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know what this done to me. Just don't know, man. You just don't know. Just don't know. Just don't know. You know, I thought she'll be burying me. Not me burying her.
What do you hope happens in this situation when it comes to getting justice for your girl?
They get charged for it, man. And they go back over there and do the time. Because that's where they did the crime at. And they left her there, man. They left her in that house, man. They left her there for the maids to find her. Don't you know how much pain my daughter suffered for the injuries, you know, that she took? You know, she was smaller frame, man. You know, for them to sit there and try to get her no help or nothing. I just want justice, man. I'm just angry, hurt, sad.
So yeah,
all in one, man. All in one. And I've been dealing with this from day one. When I got the phone call saying that she had passed, man.
They say,
you know,
she was supposed to bury him. He ain't supposed to bury her.
When you say you want them to, of course you want them to be arrested and to serve, but
I have a kill
life
list.
sentence, is that what you think that they should face?
Be on it. That's
yes. They took a life, man.
I'm crossing that bitch out.
They took a life.
Man, listen. I only do that because we think alike. So, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I gotta go.
That's why I said hang them all. Because if y'all
better catch you before I do.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. If you do, and that's why I say that's, my kids had seen this story because they be on TikTok and whatever, all types of stuff. Yeah. And they had seen this story. And I said, look, man, that was somebody's daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he said
that was his only child.
Yeah, so it seemed like they set that up, like
exactly.
They lured her because they couldn't have done it in the U.S. So that's their file.
And that, and again, like I say, when I first saw that, when I first seen the video, and then they had to cut the video. They cut it 15 seconds after because once they got her on the ground, you know what I'm saying, fat bitch backed away from her. But then most shit happened because she ended up dying. And so it's like you can clearly see in the video she wasn't fighting back. His dad, the father said it. She's not a fighter.
Yeah.
She clearly wasn't fighting back. She clearly didn't want to fight.
Yeah, it's just some evil people that just beat on somebody who ain't even, what I'm saying?
This shit make you want to hurt somebody,
man,
bro.
Dog.
This shit make you want to hurt somebody. And I just can't help to think about how she was feeling because she thought she was around some people she could trust.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I believe it happened similar to what her father said. Like, they ganged up on her. Mm-hmm. They probably called her when she wasn't aware.
Yep.
And they did that to her. I mean, just for her for them to jump on and beat her, that brutal. I mean, they must have, was brutal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and one, like he said, she ain't a fighter, and two, she probably was like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm. I guarantee that's probably what it was. Like, damn,
that was the whole plan of the trip to maybe she did something to somebody, and
I wouldn't put it past it.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, to get any physical altercation with anybody, you did not like them beforehand.
Right.
You already had it in your mind that you ain't like them, or it was a problem with them.
Even still, outside of killing somebody, I know she ain't did nothing to hurt them like that.
That bad, right?
Come on now,
to deserve that.
Whatever little transgression there is, ain't worth that.
And I gotta say that everybody who sat around looking,
Yeah.
Y'all some bitch ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
To be sitting in there watching them do that shit. Even to be having a video camera taping that shit. Bitch ass motherfuckers do that.
You know, me and my coworker was talking about that the other day. You know, they say, you know, a lot of times when women go on trips and when women be doing that, a lot of women, they just be letting them fight, letting them go, you know. I said, it's not really like that for us. Like, dudes will intervene if the brother's been knocked out or if the dude ain't, and he ain't got nothing to tell. All right, bro, it's over. Yeah. I see more dudes jumping in and be like, all right, he done. Let him go, he done. I see that a lot with dudes. Like, we know the limit because we know as men, hey, you gonna kill this nigga if you don't, you know what I'm saying? Because we, grown men recognize another grown man's strength. Like, all right, bro, you gonna kill this nigga, bro. But with women, I don't see the cutoff with them.
I think they do that cut off. It's just those people that was around there, they wasn't gonna cut it off because
they had a mission.
Their character.
Yeah.
The type
Just
of character
the type of
they
people
had. They wasn't gonna jump in and be like, wait a minute, now this too much.
I mean, you said it though. I mean, fuck the motherfuckers who recorded the shit. You know, and that's people's problem these days anyway. You want to pick up a fucking camera when some shit going down. You know, we come from a different era. We ain't that old. Yeah. But people wasn't doing that when we
They problem. They are people who sit there and record shit while people doing it. They a big part of the problem. See, you the reason why people who get beat up and they able to live to tell about it. They the ones that shoot shit up.
Yep.
Because y'all done recorded it and put it on
social
media for everybody to see. I mean, look, this girl was beaten naked, and everybody on the internet see this, including her family got to see this. You know what I mean? Like, the shit what happened with Quavo. And the takeoff. This shit on fucking camera for everybody to see. Because people want to put cameras
First thing
up
you do, they grab that damn camera.
and not go and look. Now, in some cases, it helps. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like in this situation, it helped because all the people in the room, minus the person with the camera, you can't tell who's behind the camera. I guess they probably could tell who camera it is, and they do some real work. But it show who's there. Right. With Quavo and Takeoff, it show who there. You know what I mean? So they fucked themselves over doing it, but still, like, man, why is y'all recording every fucking thing? And then, y'all ain't running to get help and nothing. And that's another reason I say they some bitch ass motherfuckers because they just whooped her and just left her there.
Then just left her there.
Just left her.
That's foul.
So I mean, what is you accomplishing? You supposed to be hard. You supposed to be real because none of them actions say any of that about you. Any of that. So why y'all do what you? Why did y'all do what y'all did? For what? All for what?
I mean, even if she slept with your, and everything at this point right now is speculation because at this point in time, nobody completely knows except the stupid motherfuckers who did the shit.
Yeah.
Even still, even if she slept with your man or whatever, that doesn't warrant this.
So this is just a theory. So I can see that being the case. Then they're like, oh, we gonna take a trip and get her alone, and you know what I'm saying. Then we gonna whoop her on camera and shit like that.
Again, instead of you just confronting her.
Yeah.
Still a bitch ass motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you ain't want to come woman to woman or whoever it was.
Right.
Y'all didn't want to, hey, you did this, you hurt me and I ain't like that.
Yeah.
Or even be like, you know what? I thought she was my friend. She did that. I ain't fucking with her no more. I get a new dude.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I feel like they
even in that situation, sorry for cutting
you good.
But even in that situation, you just don't look at your friend. Look at the dude. Because the dude chose that do that too.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you could cut your friend, but they not beating up on it hypothetically because we don't know if it's about a guy.
Right.
If it was, y'all ain't trying to gang up on this nigga.
Right.
So why y'all go off and figure y'all gonna you gonna get on a fucking plane and go somewhere nice like that and decide to do that?
Again, I always crack this joke on this show. If God gave me his power for 24 hours, all I need is 5 minutes.
I hate shit like this, dog.
I know.
This shit be pissing me off, dog.
That's exactly the rage I felt. And like I say, you know, and again, not a knock on you, but you know, because you fortunately you don't have any kids.
Yeah.
You know.
It's still.
No, I know. It affects
me
you
in a big way because
Yeah.
I know of people going out of town and getting into it.
Yeah.
So you know, but it's I just hate to see that happen to anybody.
Yeah.
It don't matter if I knew people or not. It's just I don't like that, and I even hate even more people with that type of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Just
it's
that
like
snakish.
it's like cringy. Like
Sneak. Like
yeah, man. It's like
The bottom of the barrel.
to me, it's like man,
you said it.
This ain't shit.
That's it. Bottom of the barrel.
yeah,
That's
it's
it.
like what do you comedies like y'all so fucking weak
Yeah.
and lame. Like
That's like, okay, like the three of us, we went to Miami last year. You know, nobody was on no bullshit like that. We all had a good time. The parts we can remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but nobody.
I can remember everything.
Well, okay, y'all might. I don't.
I ain't throw up all the memories. In there.
But you know, what I'm getting at is,
It's just different because
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, they did not like her
Yeah.
already, and
Yeah.
and it's good. It's probably a good chance that they plotted to take her there to do
Yeah,
that.
to do it.
yeah, I think you said it. I think the father was
I
right.
think they probably went too far and was like, "Oh shit,
I mean,
how we gonna get out of this?"
I mean, just the way I don't know. I can't even say if they thought they went too far. Or they probably decided to do that.
You
Right.
think they intentionally
Because
killed her?
I think they
I can't
did
rule
because
I won't rule that out.
how could you start a fight? How could you do something like that? Even if she didn't die, let's say she didn't die. If y'all came in on the plane together,
Yeah, what
Y'all
y'all gonna
got to
do for
leave
the rest of
together.
the trip?
y'all in the same room.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
What was the plan for the rest of the
see,
trip?
this is how asinine this is.
It's like, what the fuck?
This is how asinine this is. They ain't leave. This ain't around the corner,
Right.
At the
Right.
Red Roof Inn. This is in Mexico.
Y'all in a whole
left
nother
her in
country.
a whole other country, fucked up like that. That's how asinine this is. And then they say, "Oh, it's alcohol poisoning." Now, if she survived and came home with all them fucking bruises and shit, what alcohol poison did that?
Right.
Right.
They said she had.
But like y'all say, I think they made sure. They think they made sure. They purposely made sure she was going to die. Unfortunately, and yeah, it just
Maybe they thought it was Mexico, so they probably not gonna do an autopsy or some shit.
oh, of course they're gonna do an autopsy.
Well, I don't know about that. I think they just so stupid. They just did what they did. They didn't think of what they did.
Think
They
about
didn't
it.
think all the way through. Like, oh, they not gonna do the autopsy. This is a sovereign place. Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't think
Yeah,
that.
they
They
ain't
ain't
think
think
that
that far in
They
advance.
ain't that smart.
They ain't smart at all.
Exactly.
It's just fucking. You know. Rest in peace to that sister, man. She didn't deserve
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
I don't give a fuck what she might have done. She didn't deserve that. And y'all foul as shit. Y'all some bitch ass, hoe ass, fuck ass people to be doing some fuck shit like that. If you don't like a person, you confront them face to face, have a conversation. Grown folks talk. Grown folks, when you grown, people talk out their problems.
And if you gonna do any fist cuss, you gonna do it 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bitch ass motherfuckers. Shout out to Kyrie. Cause he gave a crazy, like,
I saw that.
a big amount.
I think it was 65,000.
Oh yeah. That's what's up.
65,000 towards her burial costs and stuff.
Right.
Shout out to Kyrie, though.
Yeah. Shout out to Kyrie for that.
You know, the person who y'all demonize in the media.
Yeah, we ain't gonna hear half as much about him donating all that
All
money.
the money that he always donates.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's good looks on that. Yeah, my final take, my last thing on that is just, We always say this shit on the show, and the same shit just keep happening over and over. It's like, yeah, we got to do better. But it's like we actually have to fucking do it, you know? And I know it's not everybody. It's not everybody. There are some people out here that's actually doing better.
Yeah,
but when you have stories like this, it's just like it's setting you back further. It's like, come on, man. What the fuck, man?
It's always going to be them type of people. You just got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to sniff them out.
Yeah.
And see, like, yeah, these ain't the type of people I want to fuck with.
We not going to be able to save everybody.
Yeah. Some people are just how they are.
That's
why
I said if we ever going to get together, it's just some motherfuckers you just can't go. They just can't go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they already...
They too far gone.
They don't got it. My last take is they was on some fuck shit. They lame.
Yeah. Hope they get what they deserve.
Pussy. And everything in between. You know what I'm saying? Because look how y'all did that girl. Even if y'all felt like she wasn't y'all friend, man. I mean, you could have, if y'all didn't want to fuck with her, y'all could have did that shit at home. Not fight her, but cut that friendship off at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If she did something to you, you could have handled it a different way.
Yep.
Now y'all in a fucked up situation. See, everybody lost in this situation. You done took somebody from the whole family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the father said, you robbed him of having a grandkid and walking her down the aisle. I don't think we think that deep in that shit.
They don't.
Like,
they don't.
My bad. Like, this is the next branch of his family tree. As a man, we think like that.
Yeah. It's true.
About kids, like this is the next thing to my family
The
tree.
next
This is branch.
generation.
Y'all took a branch off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now that whole family done took a loss. Now your family about to probably end up taking a loss. She in the box forever, and you about to be in the fucking box. Forever long Mexican authorities feel like you gonna be in that bitch. All because y'all wanted to do that stupid shit when y'all could have handled it better at home.
And I'm sure, you know, they don't want to fuck up they image for, you know, a safe vacation spot for tourists.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
They get their hands on them, they gonna throw the book at them probably.
And that's why I think they gonna handle it.
Yeah.
Cabo gonna handle it.
Yeah.
Because, hey, man, don't bring that shit over here. And they gonna heighten it up, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gonna make sure
it's a warning.
Don't y'all bring that shit over here.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I said.
They already deal with it. They already got a handful with cartels and shit. Mexico ain't trying to deal with no other shit.
No extra shit.
That's why I said it in the beginning. Hang them all. Hang every last one of them. Fuck giving them life sentences. Fuck, fuck rotting away. No, just straight up hang them. Make it a public execution like in the old days, and just.
I don't feel no sympathy for them.
That's why I said that way. That's exact. They didn't have no sympathy for her.
They had no sympathy for her.
You really didn't have no sympathy for her because you fought her naked. You did this. She
people
didn't have no clothes on.
So they was beating her and humiliating her.
That's the
All
whole
them
point.
people there, nobody thought like, hey, this kind of fucked up. We need to stop. Nobody thought that.
And that's why
I tell you their character though.
That's why I have no remorse in what I'm saying.
And when nobody's smart enough in there or had any type of heart to stand up against the group, all them followers.
Yeah.
Everybody in there a follower. Cause ain't nobody had a heart to stand up and say, hold the fuck up, man. We ain't doing all this shit. If y'all want to go one-on-one and handle it, we might do that or whatever, but y'all need to stop doing this.
Even if it go one-on-one, okay, y'all only gonna be going for a certain amount of time.
And if she
and
ain't
it would have
fighting
got
back,
to the point she ain't fighting back,
stop.
all right, back up, stop. You done. It's over.
I just can't I can't get past the point that they should have just not went over there.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Because y'all knew y'all ain't like her. And y'all knew y'all was gonna set her. It was animosity and y'all knew it was gonna head that way. Y'all should have just stayed the fuck home.
And that's a prime example of why you keep your circle small and tight.
Yep.
I say my circle small as shit. These two brothers are in it, and as well as maybe two more. But I don't got no big army full of friends. For what?
I think the main thing people have to take away from this is look at the fucking signs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the signs. They there. Trust me. But sometimes we wrestle with the signs. Maybe maybe it's me. Maybe I'm overthinking things. No, you need to pay attention to that shit because you show love the wrong person, man. It could be your downfall.
Listen, you always crack jokes about me when I get blazed. I'm paranoid by nature, okay? I'm a paranoid person, okay? And I don't have no problem admitting that. But see, there's a difference. My paranoia doesn't rule me, but my paranoia acts as like a second instinct. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got a healthy.
That's what I'm
dose
saying.
of paranoia.
So that's why I'm like, if something seems off, I'm listening.
Yep.
And I teach my boys and then I teach my kids the same thing. Right. If something don't seem right, don't ignore that.
Follow your gut every time.
Follow that gut. Trust that intuition because it's there for a reason. It could be saving your life.
Yep.
And with something like that, if something don't seem right, I do this now. I'm 35 years old. I'm going to be 36. I do this now. If something don't seem right, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't give a fuck. Call me names. Call me what you want. I don't give a fuck. Like we talked about last week. I ain't in the business trying to impress nobody at this point. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Something don't seem right. Something don't sit well. If I see a motherfucker and I don't get a good vibe from this nigga, I'm not fucking with that nigga. I'm not.
Exactly.
Oh, man, he cool. Okay, I'm going to take your word for it.
Yep.
But I ain't fucking with him, bro, because I don't know him.
Right.
Yeah.
He seem a little off. He seem a little shaky. I can't fuck with it, bro.
And I'm going to be a broken record. But boundaries. That would help them red flags. Like, once you see, because I'm telling you, a person who's fucked up or they had bad intentions, they are who they are.
Yeah. And it's going to pop out.
And people, human beings, are creatures of habit, and they can't help themselves. They going to show.
You can only hide for so long.
They going to show. They going to show. Yeah. So, and I think she didn't see the signs because people who had, like, to do that to her, they had to have a lot of animosity.
Yeah, yeah.
And people who with that type of animosity, they cannot mask that shit well.
Just gonna RP to the young woman, Shanquella Robinson.
Yeah, absolutely.
And very fucking fortunate. Anyway, so let's move on to some.
Yeah, I don't want to get pissed off no more.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this one upset some people.
Oh yeah.
Nah, this. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, 21 Savage disses Nas. He said some things, and I'm just gonna let the clip play because it was a bunch of them talking. You know what I'm saying? And they well, whatever. You can hear it for yourself.
He and him is the only niggas who do that.
Snoop Dogg.
I just said that.
Yes,
Snoop
what's
Dogg.
bad?
Scarface, Too Short.
Ghost can't drop an album.
But it's a very technically
anybody can. Like all them niggas can drop one if they want.
They are gatekeepers though.
What y'all saying relevant though? I don't feel like he's relevant. I just feel like he got.
No, none of them are relevant.
I don't feel like Nas is relevant.
Fat Joe. Who G-Rap and Kane dropped the project and that shit was ass.
Who said none of them are relevant?
One mic, please.
Nas not relevant.
No, we didn't say that.
One mic.
No,
bro. No, he's not relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base. He just has a loyal fan base that and he still make good ass music.
They don't have a core fan base.
Relevant. What y'all
kids didn't wake up and download that.
What's y'all definition of irrelevant, bro?
Hold on. No.
Well, I'm glad.
Hold on. One mic, please. Does relevancy only exist within the youth?
No, relevancy is popular opinion. And popular opinion.
So then what I'm saying is this though right here. So since I'm a 41-year-old, know what I'm saying? Not
closely connected or appropriate to what is being done or considered.
The best example of this relevancy shit is Nas just dropped a project today. It's a great project. He did his thing. He's Nas, right? But Hov dropped a verse on God Did, and the world went into a frenzy. The world of all ages, not just
your world went into a frenzy.
Man, they've been talking about Glorilla. They've been talking about Nas.
They've been talking about Glorilla. That's a fact.
But I want to ask you had mentioned, okay, Nas doesn't have relevancy. What do you mean by that he doesn't have relevancy?
I don't know what y'all consider relevant, so maybe I used the wrong word.
Relevant to me.
Ain't nobody
21.
under 30 waking up
Maybe.
checking for Nas.
I don't know.
Period.
That's a fact.
I hate to say it, bro.
Be under,
I'm
you
keeping
be
real
under
with you,
40.
family. I'm
That's
keeping
not a
gangster
fact.
with you, family. I mean, if you want to say for the young kids, you can have that because I can't determine who's listening to Nas in the age bracket. But people are checking for Nas when people been asking for King Disease 3 since like Magic or whatever the case may be. So we have been checking for Nas and have been for Nas.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot going on in that clip.
That's how it be at Clubhouse. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot going on. So yeah, man, I'm gonna open the flow, man. I'm gonna just go, you know.
I mean, I heard people on the call that was saying like, "What do you mean by relevant?
Mm-hmm.
Just not relevant to the younger generation? Is that the only thing we gauging this off of? You know what I'm saying? Because if we talking about everybody, hell yeah, Nas is relevant.
Exactly.
No, he wouldn't be relevant to 18-year-olds who listen to other shit. So when he say relevant, it's like, what do you mean by relevant?
Is that the only demographic
is
that
is that the
matters?
only demographic that you think matters?
Because you notice, they kept making a lot of references to people under 30. They kept making a lot of references to young people.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, so that hip hop, it's only about the young.
Yeah.
This is the age old question that we've been having as far as like.
I mean, that's been the history of it. It's only been about the young people. So,
do you think we due for a change?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta answer that first question.
Yeah.
First of all, I gotta say that nobody should really be too mad at Savage by what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you listen to the whole thing in entirety and not just take what he said as far as Nas not being relevant.
Yeah, because they said a whole bunch of more shit. Yeah.
He even said maybe that's not the right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like y'all hounding him and y'all not seeing that part.
Because he definitely gave him his props. He said he made great music.
But that's what I'm about to add to. That's why he relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has a fan base that makes him relevant.
Yeah.
That's what makes you relevant to fan base.
If people still checking for you, you relevant.
Yeah.
It don't matter what age they are. That's what I think.
He's got a big enough base to where he's in a conversation and they going to pick up the album. No matter if they stream it, download
Maybe
or
he
whatever.
should have said not relevant to the youth or
the under 30 crowd.
Mainstream, or I don't know.
It was different ways to word it, and it was in the spur of the moment, so he wasn't probably thinking.
I don't think he was on no disrespectful, nice type shit though.
Nah, from the clips from people being just like from blogs saying this little shit without hearing the audio, it would sound like it sound like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
But
That's why I thought it was important to get the audio.
Yeah. I wouldn't be really pissed off about what he's saying. The other thing I wanted to say was, they winning. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Nas is winning. He's been in this game for a long time, since 91.
That's not an easy thing to do in hip hop.
And see how fucked up that is? That we ain't even applauding that part.
Yeah,
that somebody's still
the
around.
Longevity.
30
and
years.
They still checking for him.
Right.
They still checking for him.
Yeah, that's an amazing accomplishment.
The last part I'm gonna say to that is, I think that shit about to go out the window. The strength of what young people believe is relevant. That's what's relevant. That's the most relevant. As hip hop gets older, the age range of people loving hip hop is gonna get
grow.
bigger.
Like, we ain't gonna go nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
But
we
see,
still gonna be here.
We're going to change our genre
Right,
of
we
music.
gonna
Gonna
start
start listening to
listening,
reggaeton now.
right.
I mean, yeah, right. What are we gonna
What we gonna listen to?
But see, Nas is an artist that everybody grown with him as he grown up.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is why he's relevant.
Right.
See, why they sitting there trying to figure out if he's relevant, but see, this is why he's relevant.
Yeah.
Because all the people who was listening to Nas when he was 7, he made Illmatic when he was like a teenager.
Yeah, 17, 18.
And people that, you know, if you want to go like 20 the way 21 gauges it, those kids that was around Nas' age was listening to Nas, and they still are.
Mm-hmm.
So he still has a fan base. That's what makes him relevant.
Yeah, by hip hop being such a young genre, it has never really grappled with the idea of what happens when your artists start aging out.
Right.
In other genres, obviously, they still celebrate their old. They celebrate their young. They celebrate their old. In hip hop, we have that tricky dynamic of it's got to focus only on the youth, which is completely bullshit.
I think that's about to change now.
That's what y'all saying.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Because we had superstars in our era, and they ain't going nowhere. They gonna still be here.
Exactly.
You know
So
what
where
I'm
are they
saying?
just supposed to go somewhere and die?
Right.
Well, those guys is the ones who make up. Most of the superstars is still what makes up the bulk of the money in the music business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? See, part of the reason why I'm saying that shit is about to go out the window. Not only is the fan base growing older, and that fan base is growing bigger.
Yeah.
If we go back to these deaths that's going on, who's gonna be there?
Yeah,
Puff,
you mentioned that
Jigga,
before.
and all that.
You said the legends is dying.
Yeah, who's gonna be these? Who's gonna last long enough to be around?
Yeah, the Migos was like the biggest.
They was like the rap.
Yeah,
they
was
was
like
the rap
top.
Beatles. They was the rap Beatles.
Yeah.
So it ain't no Migos if Takeoff is not there, because it's like they was already broken up before he passed away. So now who do they have? You know, the music. I think people are already going off the music. They kind of falling off was the hottest thing for the last 2 years. They kind of falling off that anyway because it's too much going on in it.
Yeah.
So that shit, like I said, this shit's about to go out the window. And these older people who maybe might be around our age, who can jump between what's going on now and the old shit, they just like, I'm just gonna stick to the old shit.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's kind of one of the questions that I've always kind of pondered. Okay, so people our age, right? If you stick too much to the old shit, and they say, "Oh, you're a product of your time. You're trapped in your time. You're not evolving. You're not being a part of the evolution."
Well, when I mean stick to the old shit,
no, not you.
No, not me.
Yeah.
When I mean stick to the old shit, I mean stick to artists that's making something similar
that type
to
of music.
what that music was in a newer time.
Yeah.
Like what Nas is doing.
Yeah.
But see, this is the genius of Nas. He went and got Hit Boy.
Yeah.
He went back and worked with a young producer. He didn't go back to large. He's not one of those dudes that's still trying to catch up to young Nas. He didn't go back and get Large Professor and get Q-Tip.
Yeah.
He created something new with Hitman, you know.
Yeah, he went back to Hit Boy.
You get a new industry sound that can kind of produce.
Married it with his flow,
right?
And it's working.
And it's perfect because Hit Boy is very versatile.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he picked the right one.
Now what I'm getting at is specifically towards people who are just kind of listening to their era of music. So on the one hand, you get people being trapped in their time or whatever. But then, if you're really being honest with yourself as an adult, come on, man, you can try to vibe with some of this new age music, but it's not made for you,
right?
I mean, because I'll tell you how embarrassing it is to watch somebody our age try to act like this new age shit is just hidden and just trying to keep up with this. That shit is embarrassing as fuck, you know. But again, I'm not in the business of being judgmental. I'm not in the business of trying to put nobody down or shame nobody. But in my eyes, it's embarrassing as fuck when you trying to rap this new age shit and how, it's like, bro, we ain't on that. You shouldn't be on that, at least not at that age. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's the gripe that some people have with people being older in hip hop. Like, so wait a minute. So just because you a 40-year-old person, you're not supposed to rap no more? Yeah. See, when I hear people complain about that, those are people who never actually done music. Because people who do music, like rap, produce, whatever, they know that's a craft, that's a thing that never goes away.
Yeah, you spent all this time
that's a part of who you
it
are.
and honing it, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't go away.
When you turn a certain age, you can't do that no more. Like, what?
But
that never made sense to me.
That's only that. See, we got to realize where this shit coming from. Why is it only what the young people feel like is the shit? Why is that? Because of labels, marketing, understanding from a marketing perspective is that these kids is the ones who gonna buy a lot of records. They already feel these young people, they are easily influenced.
Yeah.
And what a young person wants is what everybody like. What's the popping thing? Like when Jordan come out, and it's funny to think about this shit now as I'm older. How we used to go to school and everybody have on the same damn shoe.
Yeah. Everybody want the same shoe.
To be fair, I stood out a little bit. I wasn't always doing what everybody wanted to do. I said a little bit, not much. I never wear. I know I was one of the ones that stood out. I had some forces, obviously, but I didn't wear Jordans. I was never a fan of Jordan.
No, we couldn't afford them. So that's why I didn't wear. If I could afford them, I would have wore them.
But see, that's why I double back. I got the ones that I wanted real bad and got. I wear them now. But see, everybody that when I get them now, everybody's not wearing them.
Right.
So I'm getting the shoe that I like, and I'm standing out because I'm not wearing where everybody else. And I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Oh man, them bitches been coming out. I don't give a fuck. Right. This is what I like.
I wear them when I wear them.
But these labels market to that young crowd, and that young crowd, they know the young crowd is personable or personable.
Yeah.
And so our whole thing that we've been thinking is these young people really is what's running it. No, they not really running. They running what they like based off of what the machine
is giving
them to saying this is it.
Yeah, markets.
This is what you should like.
Right.
Yeah. And now the internet has went a part of that too. Because see, this is another reason why that shit about to go out the window. Because now the internet is making it where it's a lot of shit. Wherever you want to get, you can fuck with.
Yeah, I wonder why ain't no labels like trying to capitalize on the older crowd. Older crowd got money
because they feel like they washed up.
Yeah, they feel like it ain't no. Well,
I mean, as far as the consumers,
what's the name didn't do that though. The independents like Koch, but 50 when he was high, he down Koch. Yeah. Oh, they the graveyard. That's where people go where they ain't. It's the grave.
Yeah, he did.
They don't want no marketing dollars with the label. That's who they going. But they making the most money.
No, I mean like why they ain't marketing to the older consumers?
Because they feel
young money coming too fast.
Yeah, I was just about to say that they feel like the older motherfuckers. Y'all niggas work 9 to 5, 40 plus hours.
They can't trick. They can't trick.
You ain't got no time to listen to music.
But we do.
Because we really do.
We listen to it at work.
Really, I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
But they it goes back to what I'm saying. They know how influential, how they can influence young people.
Yeah.
They can't influence no older people. We ain't going for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They can pretty much tell them what to listen to.
Yeah, you know what makes them look hot is when they put a whole lot of money into it. Meaning they put a whole lot of marketing into it.
Yeah, they could be talking about whatever. They got videos and money behind them and marketing budgets and shit. It must be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buy this nigga a couple chains and a whip, and they gonna think this nigga is it.
Yeah. We definitely strayed far from the farm, but it's cool. Not really
It
that
wasn't
far.
that far.
No, not like
music.
most, not
Right.
like some things we've done.
It's
kind of on
still
par.
ties- yeah,
It's
no,
on par.
it's
It's on
still
par.
tied up.
All right. Well, any final words on that?
Yeah, I think y'all need to lay off 21. Cause I don't think y'all heard the whole audio.
Yeah.
He wasn't really going at Nas like trying to disrespect him. But that's what a lot of these blogs made it look like.
Yeah.
If I ain't heard this, that's what I would have almost took it. Well, when I first heard it and I heard them say that, first thing I thought was, and they both went, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And the second thing I thought was, because I ain't heard the audio at that point, I was like, yeah, it sounded a little bit backhanded, but it still ain't nothing to trip about.
Yeah.
And now I hear the audio and it's like, it ain't nothing to trip about.
Well, you know,
at
the
all.
media always gonna blow shit out of proportion just for story purposes.
Yeah,
headlines.
all of them just took out 21 says Nas. It's not relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he even came out afterwards and said, I would never diss nobody who paved the way for me and stuff like that.
I mean, shit. I look at the way I titled that shit. So I'm just as guilty. But nobody saw it except y'all. Yeah. So whatever. Look, we're gonna move on. We're gonna stay in the realm of music though. I just labeled this Kanye's rant. Because Kanye, we moving into a little bit of conspiracy territory too. So Kanye just set this up. He said some things, and and I want to say one thing before we go into this. I gotta give a shout out to Dave Chappelle for Saturday Night Live last week.
Yeah,
man, that 15-minute monologue brought it home. He said some jokes with a powerful message that made so much sense, and I'm guarantee most of the masses missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They not really going hard on him.
I guarantee they missed it because as soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what he was saying. I'm like, you are a clever man, Dave. Dave is clever as fuck.
This is why you're a GOAT, dog.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
And that's all I'm gonna say. Because if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch it.
Look, I stand by him.
I stand by him 1,000%.
I gotta go
I
check
fucks
it
with
out.
Dave.
I ain't see it yet.
That brother said some powerful shit with a message behind it.
And he stand on this shit too. That's what I like about it. He ain't bagging up of nothing.
And he made the joke. He made the joke in the show, in the shit. I stand with the Jewish community. I stand with, and he's like, and that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time. He did that right at the beginning, and then he went on in his monologue, and he killed that shit, man. He killed it. So, but anyway, let's go on. We maybe I should stop referring to him as Kanye. He wants to be called Ye.
Yeah.
Ye?
Yay.
Yay? Like the drugs? No?
Yay.
Yeah. Like, yay.
Yay.
Go ahead, run it, brother.
Control you. They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize
They
you.
can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z or Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I don't take no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone. Let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody. Right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. Appreciate
Michael Jordan. What about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right, had to write net worth $400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more important thing in life.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And this truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail.
Look, man, I'm gonna be straight up.
He said a lot, bro.
When he said Meek and then Puffy, I instantly thought Biggie. He said, I ain't killed nobody.
I want to say,
I mean, I don't want to gloss over none of that all the other stuff he said because he dropped some names. That's why I say I warned you. I said it's moving in conspiracy territory.
well, I don't think he said Puff because he thought
I'm saying that was my
Big.
first thought though. That's where my mind went.
I think he brought up Puff because the Puff situation with the when he was talking about, you know, when they was calling him anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
And him and Puff, I guess Puff was coming at him some way he ain't like.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he was like, man, I don't give a fuck what y'all sending Puff.
Yeah.
But he said a whole lot of shit, bro.
Listen, he admitted. So for the people that say he said his mama was sacrificed.
Not by him. Let's get this clear. Not by him. Because people done ran with, they don't listen to what he's saying. And they just took sacrifice my mama. Oh, he sacrificed his mama.
Right,
No, nigga.
right.
He said that
His mama was
sacrificed. Meaning that they do things in tactics like hurt
Psychological,
people to get to you.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely do things. It's a lot of psyop, psychological warfare type stuff going on. Yeah, I joked about, hit it into conspiracy territory, but I mean, it's what it is. And not all conspiracy theories are fake. Some conspiracies are actually real. And if I see a lot of these celebrities, you talk about a lot of celebrities, they talk about how they sold to the devil and all that shit. I mean, that stuff comes out of their mouth, right? So one has to question, is it an act? Is it a malfunction of the MK Ultra? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Why are they saying this type of stuff? What do you think, Hirsch? You're not big on conspiracy. Why do you think people say things like that?
Some of them might be saying it to mock people who say that it's, Illuminati and all this shit. So they say it to try to mock it and be funny. But some of them might be really doing it. And say it sarcastically to make you think they're not,
and just telling you without,
right.
I'm telling you without telling you, you know what I'm saying?
Could be.
Hiding in plain sight.
Right.
That's what goes on. But, we started naming names, talking about, Jordan, and people have been speculating that for years. I mean, when I first got into the conspiracy, movement community, when I started researching and getting into it, they was talking about, Jordan sacrificed his father and this, that, and the third. And when they talked about how his dad actually died, his daddy was driving on the freeway and got tired and pulled over and took a nap. And then
ain't that Bill Cosby's son died on the freeway too?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. And just like in Dr. Dre, not on the freeway per se, but people was trying to connect the dots. Like, as soon as his son died and it started getting them beats by Dre's and shit, you know what I'm saying? That started taking off. He started making more money off of that. And it's like, that's the trade-off. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ.
I said with Dre, I don't know. At this point, I just thought at that point, man, whatever Dre sold was going to take off anyway.
Yeah.
Because of the name Dr. Dre. His success, his level of success, he just got a track record of winning in the music business. So I didn't think that he had to sacrifice somebody.
Well, I mean, shit, we'll never know. It's not like we can get him in a room and talk to him. And then even if we could, they wouldn't tell us the truth. Oh, yeah, I sacrificed my kid. Huh? Really? Well, yeah, that's just what we do. It's part of the game. It's just business.
That's definitely not business.
I mean, shit, might be. You know, it might not necessarily be your business, but it's somebody's business.
Right.
You know, and so I think what it, not to get biblical on people, but I mean, what did they tell you? It means in the Bible, the love of money is the root of all evil. And think about it. That makes sense. If you love money so bad that you're willing to sacrifice your own people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't love money. I would like to have it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But would I like to have it to the point where I'm willing to sacrifice my flesh and blood or even some of my people close to me? Fuck no. I'm not sacrificing nobody for that shit. They came to me right now and said, hey, we'll let your podcast take off, but we need your firstborn. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Not coughing up my kids. Not happening. I'm not getting rid of my kids.
I don't want it that bad.
And at this point, I'm not even sacrificing my enemies. Because my enemies got families too. They mean something to somebody. He may not be shit to me, but he means something to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not in the business of trying to sacrifice nobody. That's how I look at it. But I'm weird apparently. I look at shit differently from everybody else. So I just thought it was interesting that he was naming names.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah.
So
You feel like you gotta sacrifice somebody and you ain't really sure of your talents.
I mean, well, what if it's that thing we always talk about gatekeepers? You could be talented, but if they control the roost, if they,
it's still, I still, if a gatekeeper try to do some shit, but this was the beauty of living in these times right now where you don't necessarily gotta fuck with a gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can do your own shit. It's just gonna take a lot of work. The people just don't want to put in a lot of work that's gonna take for you to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
The gatekeepers that's blocking the way, they blocking a way that'll make it a little bit more easier to get it through if you do what they tell you to do.
Yeah, bend over the table, nigga. You know what time it is.
Whatever that consists of.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that consists of.
On no parts.
Soul, ass, murder.
Sacrifice.
That's the three things they like.
Sam.
Soul, ass, and murder. They murder. Sam? Soul, ass, and murder. Damn.
But people putting too much. They holding these people too much on high of a pedestal because it's like you scared that you feel like you got to answer to them, and you do what you do. You got to answer to the higher power if you believe in one.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's good old fashioned karma. Good old fashioned what goes around comes around. So what you think? You sacrificing somebody who's saying somebody ain't gonna sacrifice your ass?
Right.
You think you can't come back full circle? You think you untouchable? Huh? That's how I see it. That's why I said I couldn't.
People who feel like they gotta make people do things like that, like sacrifice and do stuff like that, they weak too.
Yeah.
To be honest, because they gotta do these little tactics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To feel away.
To feel in control.
Yeah.
You don't think it's just a bunch of rich, bored motherfuckers that just want to see people do stupid shit?
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm bored.
I want to see how much money it'll take for him to kill his family member.
But still, that's a testament to their character, and then they gonna have to. Those people, they probably don't subscribe to no higher power anyway.
Yeah.
Not the one that's positive light anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
but they still gonna have to
they
answer.
playing God. They think they.
That's what I say. I know I'm
they
not.
Still gonna have to answer.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not really that familiar with the Bible, but they do have. I know there's passages in there about wicked people being in high places, and I see that all around. People get money, and we live in a capitalistic society. So it's like if you got money, shit. It's like what I said last week about if you got the cash, you can damn near pay anybody to do damn near anything. And people so self consumed.
Consumed.
Yeah, they want the fame so bad. You know, and here's the thing. Here's the question about fame. Why do you want to be so famous? I don't understand it. Because if you want to have a life, you do know that if you're famous, you won't be able to have a life. Not the way that you would like. Yeah, especially if you're somebody who crave privacy like the three of us does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a big ego booster.
Ego boosters?
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels great to a certain extent until you become famous for long enough, and it's like, okay.
You start till you get over it.
Yeah.
But then also, see, this is where the younger people fall into a pit hole. They equate being famous to being rich.
Yeah.
And those are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Very different.
I'd much rather be rich than famous.
Much.
I'd rather be a rich nobody.
Much rather. Much rather.
I said
a rich ass nobody.
Matter of fact, I would prefer.
I said I had a line on the self-help rap.
Mm-hmm.
Where I say I'd rather be where I said that, I said especially I was just like, yo, I'd rather be basically I don't give a fuck about fame. I'd rather be rich and nameless. Like,
oh yeah, you did. I did remember that.
I can't remember verb verbatim. I know that's bad, but
not no worse than me. I can't remember my shit at all.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, man, I'd rather be. I'm the type of person. I'm so laid back anyway. I'd rather be the one in the room that has the money and the energy or the power or whatever, and you won't know them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't gotta be in front of everybody.
Yeah, you don't crave to flash and all that. That's how I am. I'd rather you look at me and be like, man, that nigga broke, he ain't got shit. Cool.
Exactly.
That's what I want you to think.
I can move freely.
I could still catch. I could still fly coach if I want to. I mean, obviously, if you got money, you can go first class. But shit, I could fly coach. Nobody know who the fuck I am. You don't know I got shit.
The people who care about that shit the most, them the broke ass people.
Mm-hmm.
They broke him. They broke mentally.
Yeah. There you go. You said it.
Cause they gonna sit there and they gonna be like, well, you ain't got this, you ain't got that. Things that they think are signs of success.
Symbols, yeah, symbols of
success,
of success and wealth. And see, I'm telling you, man, I don't mind sharing it. Like, well, I ain't gonna share too much just in case I do come into some money. I don't want nobody knowing what I drive. But just put it this way: I don't give a fuck about no Benz, no Lambo, no Maserati, no. I don't care about none of that shit. I would never buy any of those cars. I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't say. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say I wouldn't buy them, but to buy them for me means that I can buy triple, double.
Afford the maintenance on them too.
Yeah, see, I go by the. If I get that type of money, I will go off the rule of don't buy it if you can't buy it twice.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want to fall victim to the status symbol.
Yeah.
To where you be trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Then you be back broke.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess
that's why I don't give a fuck about what they saying. It was like, how will he have money? You ain't got this, ain't got that, motherfucker. Stupid, because most people who got the most money, they wear the less shit.
Yeah,
That's what I said. I don't have any desire for those high name brand type things. That's the thing. I rather really just keep it real simple, and I'll probably still be driving a regular ass car. Now my windows might be tinted out, but you would know what. You know what I'm saying? And that's the best way to hide in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that kind of attention, honestly.
People don't even understand. See. People want to be rich and they don't know nothing about being rich.
Yeah.
They think being rich is having status symbols and showing wealth in front of people. They don't even know some of these cars that these people be driving. They know the tax breaks and incentives to get these cars.
Yeah.
These cars ain't even in some of these people's names, in their business name, because they get a tax credit for doing that, or they get a tax break for doing that.
Write-offs.
You see these people, like a lot of women love them G-Wagons. Oh man, I can't. G-Wagon. There is a tax incentive for that G-Wagon.
Yeah.
if that car weighs a certain amount to where it fits into that tax cut, to where you wouldn't have to pay a certain amount of taxes for a year for that, depending on your business, how much your business make.
Yeah.
See, they don't know this type of shit.
Yeah.
So they thinking that you just blowing money on it. No, this motherfucker not paying taxes for this shit. And he getting a big break from it because he understands tax codes.
Yeah. Same for Tesla. That's a tax break for Tesla electric vehicles and shit. Yeah.
See, people don't be, man, can't listen to these people, dog.
Yeah.
They swear they know every fucking thing.
Well, this ain't gonna be the last time we touch on stuff like that, but you know, we've been having technical difficulties all show, so we're
trying to move it along.
We're gonna move on to the hit or miss. So
hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss.
You gotta figure out how to turn the volume down.
I needed that. I was getting a little tired.
I can see it in your face, dog. I was like, yeah, it's a rough night. I done missed 2 phone calls on my phone. And they like, where you at, dog? I'm like, yeah, all right, man, I gotta hurry up and get this out. But you know, this week's hit or miss. I mean, this is look, I'm be honest. I don't even really know if it's a hit or miss. We just gonna call it hit or miss. So
it's one of those days.
It's one of those. Let's go ahead and hit it, brother.
Now, the Illuminati, 1,500 white men, which controls the world's wealth above the president, above the CIA, and above the FBI. They know everything what we're saying is the truth, okay? But what they push on the media, on the TVs, on the radios, is to brainwash our people. They teach our people lies, like Christopher Columbus discovered America when there was black Indians living here first. Okay, that's a lie. Teaching that Christ is white, that's a lie. Okay, your people's pushing this lie.
All right, let's stop there.
Right there.
Let me get this point.
There's a few different things in that.
Who was this person?
I don't know, because it was an older clip.
Okay.
It was much older. It looked like it was done in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
So the reason I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is, we not saying nothing specifically. Oh, so we gonna go generalization or overall over what he spoke. We're not taking nothing specific.
That's hard though.
I know. That's the whole
that
fucking
means
point.
You gotta agree with something you may not agree with.
That's the point.
No, I'm gonna take Fly's route.
We either gotta agree with it, or man, we can't agree with something that we don't agree with. When he got a mix of things in it,
I gotta pick it apart.
But you said yourself, this ain't no like.
That's what I said before I started. I'm like, this ain't really a legitimate hit or miss, but it's like, okay, we needed a hit or miss segment this week, and I was kind of burnt out. I'm like, okay,
so we could have skipped it.
Nah, come on, man, make it fun, make it interesting. You know, put yourself out there and then retract it next week.
The Columbus part, that's a hit.
Man, I said no specifics, motherfucker.
No. This is right.
Because I already knew where Fly was going. I already knew it. Soon as when I heard him say black Indians, I'm like, yeah, that's Fly all day. I already fucking knew it, dog. That's why I'm like, yeah, okay.
No. Hirsch got it right. We should do it like that.
Oh my Christ.
Go ahead, Hirsch.
It cannot be multiple hits and misses.
It's multiple
hits or miss.
Okay,
it's multiple points in this
clip. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. Depending on how many hits and how many misses, whatever which one is more hits is what we're gonna go with.
Okay. So Columbus,
we changing the rules of the fucking game.
Now I'm trying to remember everything.
But look how you set it up, though.
Everything he said. He said about Christopher Columbus.
Christina Columbus.
Christina Columbus.
Christoph Columbus.
Columbus. What the fuck? Hey, this nigga tired. He ready to go to bed. This is a late night.
I think that part's a hit. About Christ not being white, I think that's a hit.
You niggas suck.
15
not playing the game correctly.
Hold on.
15 white men above the government?
1,500.
Oh, 1,500.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
You don't know about the
that
13
one.
family, so of course you wouldn't know that. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about that one.
So it would be kind of a hit, but he just don't understand about that part.
Yeah.
So hit the button. Good. Okay, we
So
done.
it's kind of a hit.
You did the
know.
longest fucking for a nigga that's tired. You sure took your time.
See, that's how motherfuckers get you agree to shit that you don't know what you agree to.
Boom.
We just gonna play all this, and you just say hit or miss. He done said 17 things, but just in general, agree.
We teaching lessons on this show, are we not? We teaching lessons. Read your contracts, people.
Exactly.
Read the fine print.
Read the fine print.
And then they also hurry up.
Right? Yeah. We gotta have this time today.
Hurry up. You got to do it like I said. Do it.
Oh man, that's like we was talking about some stuff off mic when we had technical difficulties. This is like this is all connected.
Yeah.
What say you, brother Fly?
I'll say this.
Oh boy,
I'm not sure about that number.
Think it's a little more.
I don't know. But I will say it's a hit on everything else.
Okay.
So he's agreeing to the Illuminati.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's people that rule things, but see, the thing is, people out there don't really understand what that shit really is.
Yeah.
I will say this: there's a certain part of people that run things. I've said it on the show before, so yeah, but I don't know the number. Like he's saying that he gives him the number. Like
he
knows,
is giving
but
a specific
I don't
number.
know that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But as far as people lying about Jesus and lying about Christopher Columbus, I mean, we already starting to understand that now. Like, but it's not necessarily have to be because of Illuminati. It's just when you got to understand that when certain people that have a certain power, a certain group of people, like white people, have power.
Yeah.
They got to change in order to keep their power. They have to they got to change history until, you know what I mean? It's got to benefit them.
Yeah.
And the pink people ain't the only one with power. The ooze, they have power too, whether people want to admit it or not.
I mean, yeah, they do.
So, but and my whole thing
I guess what people got to look at it is different white people.
Yeah. There you go. Because I don't think the other white people should be ashamed of themselves having their power. You see, you get labeled something when you criticize them. I think they should lean into it. I mean, shit. Black people play in the NBA, mostly sports. But do they run those leagues? No. That's similar to what Dave Chappelle was talking about on his monologue for Saturday Night Live last week. He was just like, you go look around Hollywood, there's a lot of news there. He said, but it's the same thing in Ferguson. Just because you see a lot of black people, that don't mean they running the shit.
Right. Yep.
So, it could go either way, but you do have to call a spade a spade. If you call a spade, you shouldn't be you shouldn't be canceled for calling a spade is what I'm saying. So
they that's the thing that they use though to try to defend themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, if you running shit, you running shit. That's my whole thing.
But it's not, using that word to other people to defend yourself is not necessarily means that's what they are.
Right, exactly.
You kind of wrong for calling people this when they not really even bringing no danger or harm to you.
Yeah.
They just acknowledging that, hey, you guys run things in a certain way, and it could be applaudable and it cannot be applaudable. Now, the thing is, just with anybody else, in a group of people, there's good people and there's bad people. Not just because you're a certain group, as those folks are, that doesn't mean that y'all don't have any bad people in your group.
Exactly.
That have ulterior motives.
So you can't just because, you know, it's like if one of y'all do bad, and it's like, yeah, you shouldn't judge the whole entire group of people based on the actions of one or a few. Right. We can all agree to that because black people get stereotyped all the time. But what I'm saying is if black people controlled the media and if black people was running shit, that's something we'd be proud of. Well, black people run the media. You damn right we do. And what's your point? You don't like what we doing? You don't like what we putting out there? Tough titty, bitch. Deal with it.
And I know this ain't the way of the world, but I keep saying it. The things that you do against a certain group of people hurt everybody. So
yeah,
we should all be trying to make sure we all straight. It's just, you know, on this show when we talking about our people, I just want our people to have our own shit because it's just better for us to have it because nobody wants to help. See, if that demographic say, hey, look, we see y'all having a problem in this area as far as your people go with being able to, you know, do things with your money and everything. Let's show you how to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be a better way. And that's probably a way I would think your guide probably will intend for you to do. Is do do good for others because most religions is telling you to be good towards other people. So, but as long as people want to make sure just only my people good and not the people on the planet.
Yeah.
And we always gonna have certain racism. Hear about cause.